worship isn't me getting anything from God, it's me giving to God. And so I've always processed it that way, that worship is this act of me giving God something, and it requires both my heart and my hands. So it has to be internal first, then external second. And so however that works. So if that's through music, then it's, you know, like people that are in a room worshiping together, ideally you would hope that they are having this moment of internal to external focus on God, giving God something, right? And through that collectively is the power of a shared experience. You have a lot of people that are not necessarily, because I think a lot of times you think you come to church to get something from God, but really the power is you're like giving something to God. You're giving him your worship, you're giving him your praise. And when that's done collectively, I think that's where it is incredibly powerful.
And I think that's where we see people deviating from giving to God, is where we start to run into problems, where a lot of people think that worship is about what they can get out of, you know, how they can leave with their life a little more put together than when they came in, or how they can be just something can be transformed in their lives. But I think, you know, in a lot of ways, we kind of get away from that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it takes because emotions can get wrapped up in that so much, and your emotions are usually about you, right? Like, and so if I didn't cry during the set today, then I must not have experienced God.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, but that is an incredibly selfish way of thinking.
For sure.
And that is that is approaching worship as what did I get out of God today, instead of what did I give him, you know?
Do we all kind of define like praise and worship as two different things? Me and Josh have talked a lot about this.
Like yes and no. Like I think technically yes, but I use those words interchangeably, but I think
I do.
Like
I don't.
Interchangeably.
I've always thought like praise as thanksgiving for what God's done, and worship as thanksgiving for who God is.
Well, it's what people...
Would that be like...
I mean, I think, like I would not disagree with that.
So you're talking about like adoration and then appreciation. You're talking about adoration and then exaltation is what we're talking about. Two that are both very important things.
It's like the song like Revelation song.
Sure.
Versus the 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the name of that song?
That's a good.
We can't say it. It's from the golden goose and the Big E.
But like those are like
for copyrights.
Like Revelation song is like pure, just like, hey, this is who God is. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty.
People here,
that's exaltation.
There's a misconception where I think people say praise is upbeat and worship is where you cry. And it's like...
Yeah.
I thought Hillsong did a good job, though, of debunking that, because they put out that one song that Taya Smith sang.
I don't know if the word got out.
What was the name of that song? It literally says praise song, and it's like, even though I'm going...
even when it hurts.
Even when it hurts.
Yeah,
it's a great song. But like it even says, in parentheses, praise song.
Yeah.
Because it's like, even though I'm hurting, you're going to do something for me. And like they were very clear. I thought that was actually a really good moment.
What do you call it? A CCLA license or whatever. What do you call that thing?
CCLI?
Do I need a license?
In really small text at the bottom of this
as
video.
long as you don't play the song.
I need to reference.
No, because that was the one they said in that song, even when it hurts like hell, I'll praise you. And I remember when that came out, people were like,
that's
you can't say that in a song.
So maybe we can get into this as well. I think I'm trying not to be flippant here, but there's probably an oversupply of like "Fix Me, Daddy" kind of worship songs that are songs that are about my struggles in life, and we know you can do it again, God, because you've done it before, and you can fix this problem, and I'm David, and this is Goliath, and you need to fix it.
I have a thought on that. So,
do it again.
But is that bad? Do it again. Is that bad to sing?
But I think so.
I think I'm just saying there's an oversupply in my opinion.
When you do it out of
Yes, out of proportion.
For sure.
I have one of my best friends worked at a large church, which will remain nameless, who everyone in the circle would know, in a large city in the United States.
Did it rhyme with Schmellalation?
No, it doesn't. It's not the Big E. But it's a church that everyone would know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They worked there for a short time, and it was sort of a worship department jargon and worship department thing that they used for planning sets, and I thought it was incredible. They broke songs up into 1, 2s, and 3s, and I might be getting
By
this
Enneagram
wrong.
type?
Yeah, by Enneagram
Kind
type.
of. Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, sort of. Actually, kind of, sort of. So anyway, a one song, and I might be getting this completely wrong, but the principle is the same. They broke them up into categories, right? And one of those categories was a song that simply is an outward expression of praise to God. It's like, or let's talk about first the one that was an inward reflection. So let's talk about that first. It went inward to outward. It's how the way that they would build a set. So they would build a song a set inward to outward.
Like
This was
inward
Bethel.
repentance or inward reflection? Or
Both.
what? Okay.
So a song that's inward versus a song that's outward. And they would always end the set with a song that was outward. And they
Okay.
would call that a song of exaltation.
Yes.
So they would begin the set with a song that was of inward reflection, or a song that was an appreciation of God, like saying facts about God. Like we're repeating these facts
They would end
of
with that?
adoration. No, they would
They'd
start with
start with
that.
that.
Okay.
They would start with one of those. One of those was a 1 and one of those was a 2. Doesn't matter which is which. They would start with one of those songs. But they would always end the set with a number 3 song. And the
With
number 3
pieces?
song was a song that was about total exaltation of who God is.
What's
so
the
we're
middle?
ending it doesn't matter what the middle is. It
Okay.
was always just ending with a song of complete exaltation of who God is. Like I'm just saying facts about you, God. I'm saying stuff to you, God, about who you are. I'm saying characteristics about your character
Like
as
a
our
worthy
God.
of it all or
yep,
something of that
exactly. You're
nature.
just giving it all back to him. Whereas those other 2 categories were more we are reflecting on the
towards
character
that.
of God, or we're talking about God in our life. So some of those
struggles
songs
and
where we're asking God into our lives and we're reflecting on God's work in our lives, like those would fall into a different category. But they would always end a set with an exaltation song, a song that gave God nothing but praise. It wasn't about us; it was about Him. And I thought that was creative. I thought that was interesting.